Alright, yo, this is Ian Green, and you're now tuning in to TTT, Tell the Truth Boxing Pod.
I better be world champion by next year, for real. If I could fight with a broke hand, I could fight with an okay hand. I'm good. Physical pain don't got shit on mental pain. Like, only person that can beat me is me, and I'm not letting that happen.
Tell the truth. Tell the damn truth.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the 8th episode of Tell the Truth Boxing Pod. This is the Valley Savage, my boy Khalid, and we are here with number 6 WBA boxer Ian Green, straight out of Patterson, my hometown. I couldn't wait to get with my boy Ian. Let's get straight into it, man. What got you into boxing, man? Where did it all start at?
So, growing up, I grew up with my mother and my sister. My dad went to prison when I was 3 years old, and he was sentenced to like 12 years. So, his brother, which is my uncle, he was into boxing. And he made a promise to my dad, like, yo, I'm gonna be there for him. I'm gonna make sure, you know, because when you just got grown up with just your mother and your sister, you could get into a lot of stuff, like, you know, because my mom was always at work, and my sister, she had me by like 9, 10 years. So when I'm 8, she 18, so she kind of living her life. So I got a lot of idle time, you know.
Yeah.
So my uncle said, like, yeah, he gonna have my back. So he used to take me to the gym, but he ain't take me to the gym like to box. It was like just to babysit. Like, I was just a kid running around the gym and people was in there boxing. I wasn't a boxer, but I used to always get into stuff like just making a mess, like just get in. Like, I was always into shit. And then the owner like, yo, look, you can't bring this. You can't keep bringing him. If he not gonna like be busy in box, he can't come back. He's fucking up the gym. Like, that's how the owner was. So my uncle put me in the mirror one day, and ever since that day, I ain't looked back.
Man, okay.
Yeah.
So how long?
So
how long
like kind of shows me.
All right. How long you been a pro?
I turned pro in 2014, but I had a 3-year layoff. We're gonna get into that later. But yeah, I had a 3-year layoff.
All right.
In the amateur background?
So going back to what I was saying earlier, like my uncle put me in the mirror to box. But for like the first 9 years I was boxing, 10 years I was boxing, I wasn't like, it was like more of a hobby. It was just something to do. So I wasn't really fighting. I probably fought like 4 times my first 9 year boxing.
Wow, so you wasn't even competing.
I was just in the gym. I was just in the gym sparring. Like, I was sparring with jeans on. Like, it was just something for me to do to like stay busy, stay out of trouble. That's it. Like, I never wanted to really like, oh, I want to grow up and be a professional boxer. It was just something I was doing on my free time with my uncle. So, going back to your question, I probably got like 40-something fights, 50-something fights. Like, I don't have a lot of amateur fights. I started fighting when I turned 18, and then I started really like fighting.
Yeah.
But I've been in the gym since I was 9, so yeah.
So it had to been some time where the switch happened when you were like, all right, I can do this. I can go professional with this.
Yeah. I always knew I could do it, but like, I feel like circumstances outside of the ring made me turn into boxing. Like, you know what? Let me turn this up. Let me turn it up. Like, it was things that happened outside of the ring that made me want to take this.
Gotcha.
And those things that happen outside of the ring, is that something you wanna elaborate?
We could get into it. So like I said, growing up, my dad went to prison when I was 3 years old, and he came home when I was 15. So I grew up in Patterson with my mother and my sister. My mom, she always wanted to go to Georgia. She never wanted to live here no more. She wanted to go to the South. I was keeping her here because all my friends was here from school and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Like, and then like, I'm just like, I think I was probably like 14 or 13. I'm in 8th grade. I feel like I'm getting like grown. I'm about to go to high school. Right. I'm not trying to go to a whole other state. Like, I feel like I'm
in the South. You're like, nah.
Yeah, nah. So she was kind of hanging on like for me. Once my father came home, he told my mother like, all right, yo, like, I missed a lot of time with my son, so let me teach him how to be a man. And you want to go to Georgia, go ahead, live your life. So soon, literally, like, as soon as he came home,
She probably had a place in Georgia within like the next 2 months. She did, like she left, like yeah. So then it was just like it was me and my dad, and all the time we missed together, like you know we bonded, we made up, and we was living together for about, I would say, like 6 years, a good like 6 years, cause he came home when I was like, I would say. From 3, I think he did like 11 years. So he came home when I was like 13, going on 14, 13, whatever. And we lived together for a good 6 or 7 years. But he had got deported back because my dad is Jamaican.
Oh.
So he got deported out of like every life is like
Life is crazy, yeah.
It's going, but right at this point, it's going smooth. Like you know, like. I'm living with my dad. Like I don't got no bills. Everything is everything. I box, but I'm not like I'm just doing it just to do it still. But I'm just chilling. I'm a young adult.
Yeah.
Everything's good. And one morning, like 6 a.m. I remember this like it was yesterday. Like I'm waking up and I just see my dad and like 4 police officers, like agents, like literally like right in front of me in my bed. I'm like, what's going on? He like, yo, look, son, they taking me somewhere. I'm gonna call you and I'm gonna just let you know where we gonna go from here. So I'm like,
Damn, that's crazy.
what? He like, yo, look, just make sure you answer your phone. I'm gonna call you. And long story short, it was immigration. I don't know. They just I guess they pick and choose when they want to, you know.
Yeah.
I always thought like if you do a crime in America and then you do a lot of time. If they're gonna deport you, they'll deport you as soon as you get home. Like, I don't think they'll wait like 6-7 years, let you get yourself together, like you know, get it. Like, I didn't think they'd just come out of nowhere, and they came like I said, like 5:36 in the morning. So,
That's crazy.
and when he got deported, now I'm in Patterson by myself. My mom is in Georgia, and it's like, damn, I ain't know what to do. I'm like, all right, so. Mind you, my dad was paying all the bills, so I'm still in this apartment with me and this 2-bedroom apartment that me and my dad lived in. I don't got no job. Like I'm 17, 18, so we had to move out. Well, I had to move everything out. I moved with I still didn't want to go to Georgia. I had to move in with my dad's sister, so I moved in with my aunt, and that's when it was like, all right. I was in school too. I just graduated high school, so I was going to community college, and I'm like, all right. And I was just going just to go, cause it was like I thought it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm like, damn, do I really want to be a nurse? Like that's what I thought I wanted to do. Like I was going to school for nursing, so I'm like, do I really want to go to school for nursing? Do I want to be a nurse? I'm like, you know what? Let me take boxing serious, because a side note, I never, even like in years I was boxing, I never really took it serious. Like I just come to the gym one day and my uncle would say like, yo, you want to fight in the Golden Gloves? I'd be like, all right, cool, when to fight? Like sign up. I sign up, then I'll fight 2 weeks later. Like it was like always like that. So I'm like, you know what? Let me really take it serious. So that's when I started to really like take boxing serious. And another note, my Uncle Wayne that trained me, that got me into boxing, he got deported also. So
Damn,
yeah. It's crazy. He got deported like a year before my dad. So he got deported first, and I'm like, I ain't even have a trainer. But I met a guy that's still my trainer till today. Big get into that, and that's what made me take the sport super serious.
So you just jumped in the gym. Your uncle said you want to do Golden Gloves. You signed up for Golden Gloves.
Yeah, I just fight. Or like he'd be like, yo, you want to fight in a one night show this Friday? He's like, yeah. I'm like, how much you weigh? I'd be like, I'm like 135 or whatever.
That's how we do
He'd
it.
be like, all right, cool. And I just sign up and I just go in there. I just throw a bunch of punches.
So no training or nothing. And
For the most part, no. Like no.
And how'd you do in the Golden Gloves?
It was, I ain't gonna lie, I was a guy, I do good in the first round and I gas. Like, because I wasn't training.
Well, you wasn't there, you have like no one really guiding you. So.
Well, I'm talking now, for the Golden Gloves,
when I was fighting novice in the Golden Gloves, that's when I was doing bad. But like I said, once my dad got deported, my uncle was deported, and I decided to take the sport serious, I was winning the Golden
Because the mental edge changed.
Yeah,
So that's when the
everything
switch
changed.
happened.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
gotcha.
And you was just watching everybody up then after that, like when you started taking it serious.
Yes and no. I still was having like some bad habits. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't just forget. I still was trying to like cut off some of the vices I had, where it was just being lazy, not running and stuff like that. It didn't just happen overnight. I had to go through some losses and things like that to really say like, all right, yo, let me really stop playing.
So let me ask you then, because when we look at your record, right, and obviously the first thing that pops out is that red number, right? And I see Devon Lee, and I see what he did before he got to you, and I see what he did after you, but then I see what you did before you got to him, and I see what you did after him, and I'm like, yo,
something don't make
how?
sense. Yeah, how? Right?
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what is this? So is that what you mean? Like, was that a time where you felt like he didn't get the best Ian Green? Like, if you were to go...
definitely. Like, I mean, you could see it clear as day. Look at that fight. And even I have 2 losses, so look at those fights and then look at my fights now. You know, like I always, and I hate saying this, and it's the truth, but I'm mad at myself because I was always the one that had beat me. Like I feel like no other man is better than me. Like I'm the one that defeats me. So like I don't like Devon Lee ain't beat me. I beat me, but at the end of the day, it's a learning experience and. I feel like it contributes to the fighter I am today. So it's cool. Like, and I feel like that's what got me in this position. Like, it got me those opportunities because a lot of fighters were sleeping. Like, oh, he beat him, then I could beat him. You know. So.
And that happened early too. So you got a whole career. How old are you right now?
I'm 29.
All right,
29.
so you still got some time.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm giving myself. I better be world champion by next year, for real. What?
Damn, next year?
Yeah, next
I see that. TTT, tell the truth, baby. All right,
next year,
I'm going for it. Then that's what's up.
Yeah,
That's
next year. Like, what time you got to waste?
Nah, I mean, you don't got no time to waste. I hear you, but yo, you know how these fighters be, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's been now. How long has it been now since Big Charlo? 2 years?
Yeah,
it's been like 2
I
years.
don't want to get into Big Charlo right now.
You know what I'm saying? And I know Lara got, you know, he got the belt right now. I think Triple G dropped that, right?
Yeah, so he got the belt.
I think Triple G right now look like some easy food right now.
Yeah, but he I don't know. He vacated. I don't know what he about to do. He want big money fights. He not gonna fight it. I'm realistic. Like, I don't have a name yet, so I know he not gonna. I'm a high risk, low reward, so I know he's not gonna like fight me. But I love to fight him. But
you had what? You defeated 3 fighters that was undefeated, correct? In your or 2?
4.
4.
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
That's why they don't want to fight you. That's clear as day right there.
That, like I said, like they was looking at. Well, all right, I'm gonna give you an example, right? So, the first undefeated fighter I fought, KRV Davis, right? I was 8-0. No, I think I was 7-0, and he was like 9-0. They offered me to fight. I was like, all right, man, I'll take it. And they was like, nah. And then he didn't want to take it. I lost to Devon Lee. They offered me to fight. So I'm like, oh, now you gonna fight food? They like, exactly. So that like it's stuff like that. So yeah.
Did you end that fight by knockout? Undefeated fighter by knockout. That's great.
Yeah. And then so all right, so. Just to give you some background, like I said, I suffered the loss of Devon Lee, so I'm like, let me tighten up, cause I'm not gonna lie, when you lose, it's a difference. Like, they treat you different, bro. Like it's
boxing,
it's so hard to come back from a loss. Better yet, too. I'm gonna explain how I came back from the second one, but the first one wasn't that bad. It was like, all right, they don't, when you lose. They not gonna try to feed you no more. They throwing you to the wolves. But like, I always looked at myself like, you can't throw me to the wolves because I'm a wolf myself. So it is what it is. So I'm like, all right, it is what it is. Cool. They gave me the kid Kiari. I beat him. But I'm gonna be honest. I was like a little nervous fighting on Showtime and stuff for the first time. So
the big lights and stuff.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I kind of started off like like a little jittery. It was a bad start. Like it was a bad first round. He ain't dropped me or nothing like that, but it was a bad first round. Then the second round was like bad, but I knocked him out.
Damn.
But they was still like, maybe that was a lucky punch. So then they offered me a dude that was 15-0 from New York, some Spanish dude, and this is one of my. I feel like this was my toughest fight. Like I feel like he was better than both of the guys that beat me, but I just was like on point, like nah.
You're not beating me, right? Yeah.
Nah, I ain't letting you beat me, bro. Like, nah, hell no. So I fought him, and I had broke my hand in that fight.
In the middle of the fight?
Yeah, but I didn't. Yeah, but adrenaline.
Yeah.
I know. You know, so I had beat him, and then once I beat him, then everybody. Oh, all right, nah, maybe that loss was a fluke. Maybe everybody back on me, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm riding high on momentum right now. So even though I broke my hand in that fight, I never got surgery or nothing like that. Like I ain't get surgery. It was just a balloon. I let the swelling go down, and I had shoulder surgery when I was an amateur. I never liked the experience of it, so I just told the doctor, I'm like, yo, doc, if I don't have to get surgery, I'll let it heal naturally. And the doctor was like, he was like, you know what? I'll just put you in the cast for about 6 weeks, and you'll be alright. Like I don't see no torn ligaments and nothing like that. So I'm like, all right, cool. But my mom was always telling me to get a second opinion. I never got it.
Yeah.
So I just ran with once he said that, I'm like, all right, bet. I'm good. I'm like,
You heard what you wanted to
know-
hear.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it could heal wrong, though. That's the only thing. Man.
So 6 weeks go by. Then he said like 4 more weeks. So all right, so 10 weeks go by. I take the cast off. I'm in therapy, and it feel better than it would have felt like after the fight, but it still feel funny. Like it feel weird. But I'm like, all right. So I get back in the gym. So I'm like, every time I hit the bag clean, I feel like a small sharp pain, but it's not sharp enough for me to like be like, my hand messed up. It was still small enough for me to ignore it, but in the back of my mind, I knew something was wrong.
You know it's there, though.
Yeah,
That's the
so I'm
problem.
like, all right,
It's
all right, whatever.
yeah.
I'm training more. I'm getting in better shape. But the more I'm using my hand, every week that go by, that pain gets sharper and sharper, right? So now I'm starting to tell myself, like, yo, you don't have to listen to your mother, go get a second opinion. That doctor ain't know what he's talking about. Then I get the call to fight Kamal Russell, my second loss.
Okay.
So I'm like, they like, yo, you could be the main event. It was a CBS Sports. This was like a vacant, like a WBC, like one of them small little belts.
Yeah, they got a lot of belts.
So I'm like, man, I'm like, yo, this, like me being the main event. This back in 2017.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and it was like for like a nice little purse. So I'm like, and I wasn't really making money back then. So I'm like, man.
They made you an offer, you couldn't refuse.
And I'm like, then I watched them. I'm like, you know, on my level, bro. Like, if I could fight with a broke hand, I could fight with an okay hand. I'm good.
Yeah.
So I took the fight, right? So took the fight, and I never knew how important sparring was. Like sparring was before a fight. So now, now I'm sparring again, and no exaggeration. Like, let me just say this: Kamal was the better man that night. He was a better man. I don't want to come off as like a guy that's making excuses.
Yeah, we know that.
But he was a better man, and I feel like without that loss, I won't be where I'm at today either. But every time I spar, I have to stop the sparring because now the pain is like crazy. So now it's like, all right, you know what? We just gonna game plan and like, thank God it was my right hand, not my jab. We gonna game plan and use a jab and boxing because I'm a great boxer. I could box like. So it's fight time. We get to the fights, and we get to the fights, and boom, I get in the ring. I see my mom came from Georgia. I see my mother. I see like everybody here to see me. I'm like, yo. I see a lot of other fighters that like I know, but they don't know. Like I see like a lot of people there, like my whole city. So I'm like, damn, like yeah, like this for me right here, like
This is it,
yeah, and no lie. It's like once the bell rung, it's like I blacked out. Like I just like everything that I worked on in the gym, everything that like I was like practicing, it just went out the window. I just was walking to him, just being a tough guy. Like if you like, you could watch the fight. Like watch that fight, then watch like my fight on ESPN. Like I wasn't boxing smart. I'm a boxer. Like yes, I got power and stuff like that, but my first instinct is to box. I wasn't doing that, and he took full advantage of it. And the doctor, and let me say this: I never got dropped in the fight. I never was buckled or stumbled or nothing like that. You could look it up. It's on the internet.
Okay.
But the doctor, I think somebody had died, like probably like a month or 2 months before that in New York from a fight. And I think the doctor, it was a female doctor too. And I think she was just like probably too scared because I was taking punishment.
Yeah.
And she was like, you know what? Like, nah,
So they stopped it.
Yeah, the doctor stopped it.
Oh, okay.
So after that, that's when things, like I'm not saying like my life went downhill. Everything went downhill. Like things went downhill. Like I said, people start treating you different. Like, Mario, he like, and you want to know something? I'm not really that mad, cause if I'm on the outside looking in, and I see like, damn, he lost to him and him, he ain't good. Like, cause these guys aren't good. Like, I'm just being realistic. So I see why people was kind of treating me the way they was treating me. You know, so. My manager at the time, he not my manager no more, and we have a good relationship today. I have none against him. You know how it's a lot to invest into a fighter. You know, he was investing a lot of money in me, and like to see me lose in that manner, he was like, man, I don't want to keep putting my money into this guy. So, like, you know, he wasn't after that fight. He wasn't giving me fights. Things was kind of rough. I had got surgery too, but when I got back in the gym, he wasn't giving me fights or nothing like that. And I was just still in the gym, just training. But what he would do, he'll offer me like a 1 week notice fight to fight an undefeated guy that's like 20-0. And I'm like, yo, I'm not. I know like the world looking at me like, all right, I'm an opponent now. Well, I'm not that, bro. Like I know what I'm capable of. Like it's just I messed up, but I know how I could fix it. You know. So I had got invited to Terrence Crawford camp. Yeah, I went down there and I learned so much from him. Like
Crawford is a problem.
Forget, and we did so many rounds too, in 5-minute rounds. Like
So you sparred with Crawford?
Yeah.
5
Oh
minutes.
man, you on another level then.
Yeah. So
Crawford.
I heard you don't play either.
Nah. Yeah. And I ain't know him or nothing. It wasn't like we was friends. I ain't know him. Like he was just like, what's going on? What's up? When I got there, what's up? And that was that. Like it wasn't like. So I knew it was business. Like you know. So I knew like be on my A game. But anyway, throughout that time, like I said, after I broke my hand, after I got the surgery, when I got back, and my manager wasn't really trying to put me in the best position to win. I got invited to his camp, and I learned, like I said, like I learned a lot. Like I learned a lot. I learned not only a lot of things inside of the ring, but what they do in training. He does like hot yoga. He does a lot, like things that you won't even think that's important, you know. So I'm like, all right. This is for the Jose Benavidez, the Jose Benavidez fight, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I told myself, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna watch this fight closely. I'm like, yo, I want to see if he fight the same way he sparred, cause like the fights I lost, it's fights that I go in the ring and I look amazing, and it's fights where like why am I going tit for tat with Devon Lee, you know?
Yeah.
Like so I'm like, yo, why I can't bring that guy that's in the gym into the fights? Like I'm like, you know what? Let me see if this guy fight the same way he sparred. Like let me just see. If it's just a little bit off, then I'm good. Then I know it ain't just me. But let me see. And when I watch this fight, the same way he sparred is the same. He the same man in the gym. He the same. And I'm like, yo,
that's how you know he's on.
He's special.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Let me go on Google. I'm like, hot yoga near me. nah, real talk. Like hot yoga near me. I started doing hot yoga.
Yeah.
Started meditating, like just like different things. Like started like making my runs go longer. I'm like, all right, yo, when I come back, like I'm gonna be a problem now. Like it's no more games. So
the yoga really.
So like the yoga slowed a lot. It slowed things down for me. Like when I used to get into fights, everything just be fast. Like I'm just punching.
Yep, see red.
I'm fucking tired in the second round. I'm in here sparring for 10, 11 rounds and I ain't tired. But when I'm in the fight, third round, I'm like, fuck, like damn.
The adrenaline's pumping.
But it's like
it's a difference.
It's a difference, right? Yeah. So, I'm like, you know what? Let me start playing for real. Like, so now we in 2019. I'm training everything now. I'm on go now. I'm training. I'm like, you know what? If you want to give me a short notice fight, I'm gonna be ready for it. Like I'm ready. I'm on go. And it's just like one thing after another. I get a call one day, like, is Ian Green available? I'm like, yeah, what's going on? They like, I'm sorry to let you know, but your mom had passed away. Damn. We need you to come and pick up her belongings. I'm like, what? Like, well, hold up. Like, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yo, are you serious? Like, and then they're like, yeah. So what's and the lady? I'm not gonna lie, she was kind of a bitch. Like, she like, yeah, like, so what time you wanna come?
It's all
like,
nonchalant, right? Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? What? Like, so
crazy.
Yeah, and I skipped over this. My dad, he had passed before my mom. Like when he went to Jamaica and got deported. When he got deported to Jamaica, like a year later, he got real sick and he died from cancer. So like that's what made me really start taking it serious too. Like, you know, and before he died, like I'm not saying this to make it sound like a good story. He was on. We was having conversations in the hospital. And he was saying like, yo, I was 2-0, and he like, yo, whatever you do, son, stay focused. Like I'm proud of you. Like you never. We grew up in a messed up environment, Patterson. He like, yo, you never been to jail. You never was a follower, and I'm so proud of you. Like just stay focused, son. Like I see you where Mayweather and Pacquiao is, and that's when they was fighting. That's when they was big. Like so he's like, I see you where they are, son. Like just stay focused. And of course, I lose focus when I lost to Devon and them. But it's like when my mom died. It's like when my dad died. My mom was there to catch me. Like she was right next to me when he was talking to me. Right. My mom was there to catch me, so it's like I had her to lean on. You feel me? Like I was able to, like she would make me feel a lot better about it. You know, like she was like my therapist. So like I said, life was okay still. Even though I had lost my dad, life was still good. But like I said, I had a baby on the way. So
I was gonna ask you that too.
Yeah. My son was on the way. He was 7 months. She was 7 months pregnant. So we had 2 months to go. My mom was planning the baby shower. Like now I'm getting better. I'm in better shape. I'm confident as ever when it comes to boxing. And it's like, all right, you know what? Things was perfect. Like I felt like my career was about to get back on track and everything. Like, and then me and my mom, my birthday was a month after she died, and she was supposed to come for my birthday, come back to Jersey, and we was booking the ticket. The baby shower was on my birthday. Yeah, like the time was messed up, and I got that call, and man. I was just like, damn, I can't catch a break. I'm like, yo, I can't catch a break. Like my career is down the drain. Like my boxing career over. I put my whole life into the sport. My boxing career over. I lost my dad, was my best friend, my superhero. And then like the love of my life, I was able to brace for my dad passing. You know, like he was sick with cancer. Right. I wasn't able to brace for him. My mom was like perfectly fine. You know, so I just was like, damn, like I ain't even want to be here no more. Like it was.
It gets dark. I was gonna say I went through a lot myself. Like me personally.
I wanna show y'all something.
All right. I was gonna say going through all that. how'd you stay, you know, because normally people tend to go to the dark side, you know, go to the street life. What made you not go that way? Because, you know, it was so much bad going on. You could have just gave up and went south.
And it's so crazy. Just me thinking about like what my dad been through, doing all that time in prison, being getting shot. And my dad been through a lot too. And then right before he died, my grandmother, which was his mom, had passed away. So he was sick in Jamaica. His mom died, and I'm like, damn, my dad been through that. I was using like their struggles to kind of like if they could go through it, then I could. My grandmother died, which is my mom. She died when my mom was 16. And it was just a lot. So I'm like, you know what, if they could go through it, then, you know, I could find my way to get through this. But that wasn't really helping that much. Like, at the time, I'm like, my son wasn't even born yet. Mind you, I got my son on the way. I ain't want to be here. Like, I'm like, yo, there's no point in me living. Like, I know I got a son on the way, but I ain't really, you don't know the feeling of being a parent once you really get to, like, meet them and, you know? So I ain't had that feeling yet. So I was just like, man, I ain't no point in me living. Like I really didn't want to be here. Like I didn't learn that mental health, mental pain, physical pain don't got shit on mental pain.
You ain't lying, bro.
Yo, nothing at all. Like I'd rather get shot. I'd rather get tortured than it's like you burning alive and you can't do nothing about it. Like. I'm like, it's nothing. I can't think about nothing but what happened to my mom every day. Like, yo, it's so crazy. I ain't eat. I wasn't eating. I wasn't taking care of my hygiene. Like I was.
Yeah, you just lost.
It's just like
you get numb. Listen, you know. I mean, I lost a daughter, and losing a child, it sent me that way. I lost weight. I didn't eat. I didn't want to. I had other kids, and I didn't want to be around either. But I'm glad that I stayed strong. Cause look where I'm at now, and like look where you're like you were going. You were basically at the point where you're so numb, like you just want to give up. And look where you're at now, though. You're overcoming that, and I want you to stay focused on that because you have so much more. Yeah. And your parents are probably proud of, you know, they're up there watching.
My mom, she used to say, she was real vocal. She used to say like, how like every day, like she was my biggest fan. Like she was super proud of me, you know. So, and I never knew how important it was, like just getting like, what's up, champ? How you doing, champ? Every day, and just always just giving me that, like letting me know, reminding me like, yo, you him, you're that guy. Don't forget. But when it was gone, it's like I ain't had nobody to catch me. Nobody that I surround myself with never been through that, so they wasn't saying the right things, and it's like I was by myself. So I ain't gonna lie. After a while, I wasn't training. I got up to like 210, 215.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, I was. And look, and I'm not just talking just to talk.
Wow. Yeah, you did put weight on.
I was depressed. Of course. I wasn't taking care of my face, nothing. Like you know. So I don't know, but it was just I always just heard that voice like, yo, you gotta. It can't end like this. Like, it can't end like this. Like, look at you. Cause when I first found out, like the second day, and I was in the bed for like 2-3 days straight. And I'm just in it. I couldn't, like, I never knew you could be up for 3 days straight. Like, I really couldn't sleep or nothing, because I couldn't believe it. Like, it was like, yo, me and my mom, we be on the, I talk to my mom all the time. Like, that's like my best friend. Yeah. So we talk about, like, yo, I used to be like, yo, mom, I wonder what dad doing. Like, I wonder how we talk about that. So for her to now be there is like, I couldn't believe it. So, like, going back to what I was saying, I used to think like, all right, yo, I know I'm about to die, but I just want to know how, like, cause I know I can't live this life no more. I was thinking that at one point, but months later, when I was fat, and I'm just like, all right, I'm still here. Like, I was just wondering, like, yo, I'm here for a reason, like, you know, like, and I know they won't want me to just be depressed, and I couldn't even love my son the right way, cause I Like when he was born, like it was bittersweet because my mom was so excited. Like, you know, it was just I couldn't even enjoy being a dad at that point. So I'm like, yo, you can't keep dragging this along with you. You gotta kind of like live for them because they won't want you to be like this. So I'm like, you know what? Let me get it together. So I started running again. I was always kind of like running to like clear my mind, but it wasn't enough for me to lose weight.
Right.
But I started like running. I got in the gym. I started like get the weight off. I started sparring again. I was kind of sharp. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go back to where remember I told you where I was at, like when it came to boxing before she passed, and I kind of got back on that track. Like, you know what? Like back on what I was saying, like, you know, when I get back, now these guys really gonna have a problem now. Like I ain't. So you would, like I said, I don't want no pity party. I don't really want nobody to have so much sympathy. But I would think like my team will be behind me if I need them, you know. So, like I said, now it's like now this the end of 2020. It's 20. I ain't fight since 2017. So I'm like, I'm talking to my manager at the time. I'm like, I got an opportunity, you know, like to fight in the U.S. when you paying everything, the opponent, the medicals. That's a lot of money, like $7,000-8,000. So I'm like, yo, I got an opportunity to fight in Mexico. It's only like $2,500. So look, let me just get this fight in Mexico, just to get my feet wet, and then anybody you bring on, I'll fight them. Like just anybody that I call you for me to come in on a B-side, I'll fight them. Yeah. I just want to feel how like just get the rust off. That's it. I don't want to shake the rust off with a undefeated fighter that's you know that's active. I ain't fighting 3 years.
And they want to give you that?
So my manager was like, no, like, nah, I'm not. He was hell bent on like I'm not wasting my money no more. Like, so then son hit me like, Ian, like yo, like you could pay for your own. You don't need him. Like, you could pay for your own fight. Why do you think you gotta depend on everybody? So I'm like, hold up. I hit the promoter up at the time. It was Cornflake. He a promoter too.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, Cornflake, I'm gonna pay myself. Yo, I paid that shit myself. I went to Mexico by myself. I ain't even go with no trainer. What? My trainer I don't even want to get into that. That's a whole other story in itself.
You was by yourself in the corner?
Listen, my trainer at the time, he ain't even come with me. He was acting just like everybody else was treating me. He was treating me the same way. But he not my trainer no more though. But yeah, he was one of them. But I went down there alone, like by me, just me and my friend. Me and my friend went down there. He a fighter too. He fought too. No trainer, and it was like I remember I had to, cause I like I said, I funded everything, so I had a connecting flight, and then we flew to Arizona. We had to drive like three sun hours to the motel. Like it was in the desert, and I remember being on the long road driving, like, damn, I'm really doing all this to box. Like, do I really want to do this? Like, and it's the middle of COVID and everything.
Oh shit.
So, long story short, I go down there, hit the guy like 2 times. He fall, and I'm back on box track though. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, it is what it is. I got myself back right. All right. So now it's 2021. I never knew Mexico fights really don't hold any substance. Like, nah. It's like it don't. I'm thinking like, all right, now that I'm back, like you know, I'll probably get some more like some good opportunities. So I had got a call to fight this guy on Showbox, a New Generation, right? And they called me like 6 weeks ahead of time. So I'm like, all right, undefeated guy, 15-0 Russian dude. I'm trying to take whatever I could get just to show the world like, man, I ain't what y'all thought I was in 2017. Like, this is how they try to get you. They're like, all right, bet, well, all right, cool. You want to fight him? I'm like, yeah, I'll fight him. Next thing you know, they called me back like 2 days later, like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, Ian, they said you haven't been active enough. The Mexican, that fight don't really mean much, so Showtime didn't approve you. I'm like, fuck. But look, 3 days before the fight, hey Ian, Showtime, they approved you. You want to come and fight them? get the hell out of here.
They didn't
Now,
want
y'all
you
not
traded. They
setting
didn't
me
want
up.
you-
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
nah, hell no, y'all ain't doing that. I'm telling you, a lot of these undefeated prospects that like people so big on, the opponents that they fight, they get them 2 weeks notice, a week notice. When they know the date, 8 weeks in advance, 7 weeks in advance. I was on both sides. I was the undefeated prospect before that was getting them 1 week notice fighters to fight me, and now I'm on the other side where they always trying to call me a week notice. And then when I say no, and I watch them fight on TV, it'd be another guy that say yeah because they need the money. And they be knocking them out, and they be like, "Oh, this guy, cause he's got good power. He's this, he's that." I'm like, "Yo, he's not really that. He's not fighting a guy that really trained for
That
him."
trained for 6
And
months.
that goes on a lot. Trust me, all that goes on a lot. But so fast forward, I had got a opportunity to fight in Dubai. That's a whole nother story in itself. Long story short, I got an opportunity to fight in Dubai for another first round knockout. Yeah, and I was like, all right, cool. So that kind of upped it a little bit, where like,
Hold on, well, that showbox, did you win that fight then? So you
no, I didn't take it.
Oh, you didn't take it? Oh, I thought
No,
you did.
cause I'm not doing. I ain't that desperate.
All right,
Like,
yeah,
nah, y'all not getting me.
Try to
Like,
set,
yeah. So now, like I said, my manager, like, he wasn't really trying to invest in me. So we back to square one after the Mexico fight. So I was like, damn, like, and there's no more fights in Mexico I could do. So I'm like, what I'm gonna do now? But I had an opportunity to fight in Dubai. Like I said, I did that, and boom, I got the call of a lifetime. I'm training, not knowing what I'm gonna do, but I'm training. And he like, yo, you wanna fight on ESPN? I'm like, when? That's the first win. Cause this next week, no. Like, you know? They like, they said like a date that was like 7 weeks in advance. I'm like, yeah, who? Right? Like, this kid, 19 and 0. I'm like, yeah. It don't matter who it is, I got time. Yes. Right? Boom. Once I got that, so after the Dubai fight, like I said, I got rid of some people on my team. I got like people that I wanted around me, and like I felt like this was like the second half of my career. Like, all right, this time I'm not playing games. So you would think like the undefeated fighter had pressure on him going into that ESPN fight, but I felt like the world was on my shoulders. I'm the opponent with the 2 losses, but I felt like the world was on my, because I'm like, yo, everything you've been through, like it lead up to this moment right here. Like, what you gonna do with it? You gonna fold, or you gonna be a diamond? And yo, that man couldn't touch me. Like he ain't went around. Like he didn't went around. Easy dominant. Straight dominant, B-side, easy work. Like, so another undefeated guy to the list, you know? So then after that, now people know what's up. Now everybody, now it's still hard, cause Top Rank, they ain't signed me. Like, I guess they just dropped their guy. They dropped him, but they ain't signed me. I ain't get a deal after that. So now I'm a high risk, low reward type of fighter. So I'm just still training, and I got an opportunity to fight on the Don King card, and I fought. And after he liked what he saw, and he was like, "Yo, son, look, I could put you on the A side, and I could get you fights, and I could get you ranked, I could get your career up and running." So I'm like, all right, cool. And I beat who he put in front of me the first fight. Then after that, I signed with him, and they had offered me another guy that was undefeated. I'm like, okay, like I said, like it don't matter. I know nobody. Like, I was in the ring with the best. Like, not only Terrence Crawford, Julian Williams. Like, he's sharp, bro. He's a beast. Everybody sleep on him.
Yeah, J-Rock
he's a beast, bro. Yeah. Like, he's somebody I admire a lot. You feel me? He in my weight class, and we have to fight. It is what it is.
Yeah, he had 54, but I think
he had 60.
He had 69.
He had 60, but he's a beast, bro. Like, I pay him number of respect. Like, like I said, like guys like these up and coming like prospects, like Berlinga and even like the Russian Sergey,
Carlos Adames.
Yeah, I never sparred him.
But
No.
he is
Him and
160,
J Rock
right?
about to fight.
Yeah, who you got now?
I got J-Rock. I'm Team J Rock. Everybody. If
I'm from
the
Philly,
listen,
so
if
I'm
the J
J-Rock.
Rock, if the J Rock that fought Jared Hurd show up,
Yeah.
the Diamonds gonna have problems, bro.
J-Rock a problem. I
Yo,
used to see him on
it's
television.
cause
J-Rock a problem.
I'm not. It's cause I've been in there with him.
Yeah, I know.
Like I'm telling
A
you,
lot of people don't realize how physically strong and fast he is. Like,
his time and he's a great fighter, bro.
like some of his fights, you don't really see that, but when
He's
sparring,
on,
he's
sharp, and I believe
He got power,
he's
he's
not
hurt.
gonna play it with the Diamonds. Like he's not gonna go in there. He's gonna treat him like it's gonna be a great fight. Like I wish him nothing but the best.
Yeah, he thinks that,
I think Adamas got him, man.
I know a lot of people do. A lot of people do.
When's that fight?
I don't know.
It's in June. The end of June.
June?
Yeah, it's the end of June.
Since we were tapping into that, you know what I mean?
No, hold on.
Go ahead.
You signed with, so you saying you signed with Don King, right?
Yeah.
So you signed with Don King because he's the one that showed that, Tom Brink said that, hey, listen, even though you beat the hell out of our guy,
You still not good.
yeah,
Look who you
still
lost
not,
to.
exactly.
And unfortunately, in the sport of boxing, you're the same fighter that you were years ago.
Mhm.
Like if you lose before, you're gonna always lose. That's how they look at it. But
Right.
that was 2017. It's 2023. I'm a different person.
Right.
I'm like I beat me. No, they didn't beat me. I'm a whole nother fighter. And not only am I proving that to the world, but I'm proving it to myself too. Like
Yeah.
they had like my last fight. Oh yeah, like I was saying before. Like I said, I've been in the ring with a lot of great fighters. Even the Charles Conwell. Like I shared the ring with great Kendall Hart. He from back in the day.
Kendall Hart, yeah,
Dennis Douglas, Mama's Boy, Glenn Tapia. This is all
Glenn
back.
Tapia, okay.
Yeah, like I shared the ring with great fighters, bro. And I'm currently sharing the ring with great fighters on an everyday basis. Like I said, Shadeja. It's a heavyweight, Norman Neely. He's like a beast.
Ooh, okay.
I got a young kid that's like he's 154. His name Dwight Flemings. He's a problem. He keep me sharp. I'm 29, so he 19, 20.
What?
He's sharp. Like he keep me on my P's and Q's. He's a beast.
All right.
So like I'm around all of these Rajon Chan's Wheezy. I'm around all these animals on a day-to-day basis. We pushing each other.
Word.
Like
Orange Chapter
so when they offer me these guys, I feel deep down in my heart they can't beat me. So Don King had offered me a kid that was like 11-0, 9 knockouts, and it was another guy I could have fought that had like 6 losses. So and then they said like, yo, which one you want? Like it's up to you, champ. If you don't want to fight him, you don't have to. And I'm in my head like why wouldn't I fight him? Like not to be a macho man, but I know like that's gonna prepare me for the Laras.
Yeah.
If I fight this guy and knock him out in 1 round, and then next thing you know, I get an opportunity to fight Lara, like I'll still be ready, but I feel like I'll be more ready with the better fighter. Like if I fight the better fighter, leading up to that.
Yes.
So like I said, I fought that guy, suffered a crazy headbutt in the first round, like crazy headbutt. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. I have it right here.
You got cut or was it?
Yeah, you'll see. No, I ain't getting knocked down or nothing like that.
No, I mean a knot. Like was it a cut or was it like a knot or was it? Did they have to stop the fight? Oh, damn.
Round 1.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, round 1.
You still in there getting it in though?
Yeah. From the first that happened in
some
round
fighters,
1.
that happened.
They check out.
Yeah,
Nah,
they check
but
No, you got
See, you got that dog in
the
you,
high.
no, it was above. It was right here.
yeah, it was above it.
It just came everywhere.
Damn.
Yeah, so but like I said, going back to everything I told you guys, everything that I've been through, that cut, nothing in the ring could withstand that. Like I really believe the average boxer would have they would have quit. They won't be here. Like they would have quit. So I feel like I fought the hard fight already. So when I get in here, what can they possibly do? I know I'm 150% sure that the man across from me hasn't been through what I've been through. So it's like the only person that can beat me is me, and I'm not letting that happen. So yeah, they gave me that fight, I suffered some adversity early, but I did what I had to do in one eye, and I beat him. And it's on to the next. So
what is Don King? Has he promised you a title fight in the future, or
yeah, for sure. Like I went from not being ranked at all to being in the number 10 speed. I mean 10 seed, ranked number 10,
Right.
then 7. Now I'm 6. I'm getting closer and closer. So now it's like I proved already. Like yo, when I'm on, everybody that was undefeated that they put in front of me, I beat him because I know like I can't play up with him. So and I'm treating everybody like that now. But I'm just saying that to say I proved that I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm really I'm a contender. I'm a real fighter. So give me one of those guys that's above me. Give me somebody that they think I'm not gonna be able to beat. Like
all about, champ.
anybody that's ranked top 5 in the WBA.
So Charlo, so Lara,
Johnny
Edgar,
Beck. I gotta and it's crazy. You know the boogeyman, Johnny Beck.
Yeah, Johnny Beck.
I had got a call. I don't know if they. I don't know if he knew or whatever, but I had got a call to fight him, and I said, yeah, like WBO champ. Of course, that's our dream to fight for the world title. Like I don't understand how people are turning down fighting champions.
Like Boo Boo.
I love Boo Boo. He's sharp.
Boo Boo ran from him.
Nah, he ain't run from him.
Oh,
nah,
Chad, come on, Chad.
Nah,
No, you got that, bro.
Nah, he ain't
Come on.
He ain't dug him.
Boo,
Nah,
I keep telling Boo the truth, man.
Yo,
Boo
he
nice,
got
don't get me
168
wrong. Don't lie to him because I said that.
It's on TTT, baby. We ain't
Listen,
lying.
I said that if Charlo with that performance and you're like, oh, it's Damon Nicholson, it's like yada yada yada.
Damon,
I don't
tough.
care. Exactly. And the performance that Boo Boo
He looked
put on,
sharp. He looked amazing.
how
He just didn't
strong
get a
and
knockout.
fast he was in the whole fight.
I thought he looked sharp too. Everyone
Yeah.
said he looked sloppy. I'm
No.
like, how?
Nah, he looked good.
Yeah.
Nah, he did look good, and I said that. Then I said that if Charlo were to come out of this hiatus over 2 years and go right into that,
No, that's not
Boo Boo
smart.
fight,
That ain't
he's
smart.
gonna lose.
Yeah, he gonna lose.
He's gonna lose that
Well,
fight. He need a
Benavidez,
tune-up.
Benavidez is trying to fight him though.
Yeah, but he's still yo, bro. You have the belt at 60. You know what I'm
he's
saying?
the champ.
Like he needs to
He
do
supposed to fight
something. With it.
Carlos Adames. That's
Well,
who
yeah,
to
he
fight.
was mandated, but he don't.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, they running from the Adamas, man.
Nah, yeah, he is like the black person in the division. Like everybody got their eyes on him. Like,
Yeah.
Like because he made a statement with that last guy he fought.
Yeah.
And I don't know his name.
The guy
that fought Charlo.
I forget his name. I know what you're talking about.
Damn,
Though.
man.
Yeah.
Yo, Quentin, I wish you had the computer, man. Damn.
Don't worry about it, man.
Nah, you
Morrell.
good, you good.
No.
Nah, Morrell's
No,
still.
that's 168.
That's
Never mind.
Yeah.
Montiel.
Montiel.
Yeah, I knew it sounded similar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Montiel. It is Montiel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. But yo, the time is coming, man.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, like going back to what I was saying.
So you saying you want any smoke with the champions now, the big names?
contenders? I want to I don't want a prospect that's coming up undefeated. I don't want that no more. Like I did it. I either want a contender or a champion. Like that's it. Like,
What about somebody from 54 coming up?
they in 60? Then yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you flex weights? Can you go up to 68? Do you think you can do that?
I want to conquer 60. Like I can, but like I want to become world champion. Like you gotta think. Like all right, going up to 68. I'm 29. I probably won't get a title shot till I'm like 32 because Canelo got every belt on lock right now, and he gonna have them for like another year or some change.
Yeah, you're scared
And
too
then-
tough in the fight too, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
And then on top of that, once they spread out, you know, it's politics. It's gonna be hard. So
Yeah.
right now, the IBF vacant. We got one WBA champ. We got one WBO. We got Charlo. It's kind of it's more easy for me to get a shot at Lara, and I'm already high. I'm gonna have to go up and climb my way up in the rankings, and I'm good where I'm at. I feel strong at 60,
So your walk around weight's like what?
75.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it's
75.
easy to make 60 for you.
Yeah.
All right, good. You got a solid frame, man. You tall. I don't really see too many guys at middleweight can really.
Nah, yeah, I don't see it. I don't see,
I don't
it
see
either.
that. Like when I see him, like okay, you a lot bigger than I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You know what's crazy? A lot of I be seeing in my opponent's eyes too when we like
Size
meet
them
face to
out,
face.
yeah.
I be feeling the energy like, oh shit, like what I got myself into. Like I be feeling that. That's how I think that's what they think. Like when we look each other in the eye, they probably be like, oh shit, what I got myself myself in.
So champ, you real humble. Like you said, you don't really post a lot on social media. My advice is start posting a lot on social media.
Nah, I agree. Now I'm going to. Like, I feel like if I was doing that back in the day, I would have never got that ESPN fight. Like, I feel like if I was, like, you know, but now, like, the cat's out the bag. Like, if you look at my box rec, you look on YouTube in my last couple fights, cat's out the bag now. So I could post now. But I feel like if I was posting back then, I probably would never got the opportunities.
Like you see that, my bad, bro.
No, you got.
You see that's how Ryan got this fight. You talked all that shit. I keep talking. I keep calling your name. I'm going to talk to Tyson. I'm gonna have him call you. I'm gonna tell you ducking me and stuff like that. You see Jahad Tucker. You saw Jahad Tucker ended my man and called Alexander like, yo, come pick your man.
I sparred him before too.
Yo, Jahad.
I sparred mad people.
Yo, Jahad is my man.
You're a vet then. You're definitely a vet. And
Yeah, I swear I sparred so much people. I just sparred, you know, the kid, it was Fights on Showtime last night, right?
Yeah, it was. I was at work
So
when
we're not talking about, no, Shushu is tonight.
No. Last night,
fights.
last night it was this kid Robert Terry. He was undefeated. He fought another undefeated guy. I sparred him before. In the main event, he fight at 140 though. From Jersey, Trenton, Shinar Bunch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I've been to the ring.
So you've been in the ring with a lot of pros. Who was the best fighter you ever been in the ring where you're like, wow, like?
Come on, y'all know that already.
Oops.
Bud?
Yeah. No, yo, wait. I would say Bud and J.
Bud and J Rock?
Yeah.
See, all right, so that's the name. We keep hearing J Rock too, but
Hey.
we never met anyone that really sparred with Crawford like that. So
Yeah.
And let's catapult that to the big question. You know,
Alright.
everybody knows about the Earl Spence Crawford if they ever fight. Apparently they might be fighting this
In June,
year.
right? That'd be dope.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Me
Who
too.
are you favoring in that fight?
He sparred,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he still hesitated.
Yeah. Like I'm a realist. Like,
Yeah, we're realists. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's 50-50.
I don't know. I feel like because I studied boxing too. So
Yeah.
Earl Spence is good. Like, you know, he's good. But Bud is good too. So I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. They just that's really a fight that's like,
The pick 'em fight, 50-50.
yeah. Like, I really just don't know. Like,
We already got $100 on it, man.
Yeah, so
I can
I'm
tell
on-
Bud
I'm
and
on-
Spence.
Yeah.
I can tell. I'm feeling the energy. I know. I already know.
Yeah, I already know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
I mean,
don't know.
I became a true believer in Crawford because it's
He's
the dog
real-
in him.
Like
He got that.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie though. I think that could be like his disadvantage, cause yo, like I'm telling you, when you hit when he get hit, he wanna fight. Like
Yeah,
he
right.
wanna fight, yo.
He's gonna
Like
play right into Spence's
so,
trap.
like,
He's gonna walk
but,
right into
but
this.
like I said, that would play into Spence's hands, but at the same time, Bud is real versatile, bro. Like, he's southpaw, orthodox. He's sharp. He can box. He can
Cerebral.
bang. So, like, but Spence is so disciplined and like,
Right behind the jab. Yeah.
yo, he's like, that's why I just don't know. Like, it's just who I think is going to come to who won the more that night. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I don't got an answer. Like,
Right.
Nah,
So-
I can't believe that Spence is making it all the way back down to 47 to come and fight Crawford, and he's about to be out the ring over a year, and to go right into a Crawford fight.
He did that with Danny at the
Yeah,
accident.
Spence is
Yeah,
very.
Like, he's missing no tune-ups.
Not
Yeah, he's a
he said it. He
disciplined
said I
fighter.
ain't taking no tune-ups.
Mhm.
You know, he said that Terrence is a dog. Look, for him to do that, for him to get thrown out of car, I'm gonna jump right in there. Danny ain't light. Everybody
Danny
talk
ain't
about
light,
Danny
no.
like he light. Danny's not
Nah,
light.
he ain't light at
right
all.
from a car accident, and I'm gonna jump right in there. No tune-ups. It's all good. Then I'm gonna come and take Ugas' eye.
And he
You know what I'm
did him
saying?
dirty.
He said, "You guys."
I'm gonna take his
Nah,
eye.
he did him dirty.
You know what I'm saying?
That
And
was a
then-
beating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Exactly, bro.
beating.
And then to take
That ain't
this
happening to
layoff.
Crawford though. That ain't happening, man. Crawford is.
Nah, I don't think he gonna. He
Crawford-
not
Nah,
gonna
he ain't
do-
gonna, because
nah.
Ugas was just sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, Crawford.
Crawford
but-
see the thing.
And let me, not to cut you
Nah,
off.
you good. You good.
If you saw how Ugas scored Spence,
Mhm.
Ugas looked at him like, if Crawford was to catch Spence like that, he going for the kill. He going for that kill.
I told him.
Was that when you're talking about when
When
Spence
he
said
had
that
on
he
the-
dropped his mouthpiece?
Mouthpiece, yeah,
And
yeah.
then he dropped his guard. Look, He's the one telling you not.
Yeah, I
just
know,
a
but I'm
kid.
saying I'm looking at you
I'm
because
just saying,
you know what time it is.
Because Spence said he's like, yo, I shouldn't have dropped my goal. I have to.
Hopefully he learned.
Crawford
You know
would
what I'm
not
saying?
have knocked him out.
Yeah, no,
Cold.
he
He
would've
would have
put him out
jumped out. He
after
wouldn't have cared. You know what I'm saying? I
he
think
did that to
like
what's the guy from the UK?
Mean Machine?
No, the guy from the UK, the other guy.
Kel Brook?
Yeah, that was kind of like once he got him hurt, he ran up on him and hit him like a sucker punch. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It was kind of the same type of instinct. Like I think he'd have like tried to take arrows.
Yeah, he jabbed him. He was like stunned. And he was right on him.
Yeah.
Crawford is a.
Yeah, but that Kell Brook wasn't. I mean, come on.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know who Kell Brook was in that. You know what I'm saying? Let's tell the truth. You know, he was a corpse. You know
It
what
was
I'm
a
saying?
corpse.
Like, it
Any man
wasn't-
get in there ain't no
It
corpse.
wasn't the same. You know what I mean?
But we got some big fights coming up also. Ryan Garcia, Tank.
Yeah.
Let's hear this one.
Tank.
Tank?
Yeah, Tank.
Just Tank, just like that, right?
Yeah.
Because of the dog, right?
Yeah, I feel like people who sleep on his skill set. He got a lot of skills. Like he just be knocking everybody out, but like you could tell he's sharp.
Yeah.
I just got Tank. And he, I just want him to win too. Like
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
fan.
yeah.
I'm a fan. I like him so. Yeah, I got Tank. Hopefully he do his thing.
I think that Tank just got too much dog. He's too smart. He's been in the bright lights already. Ryan never been on pay-per-view. He's never been a champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot
not
going
to
against.
sleep on him. Like I'm not saying that Ryan's a bad fighter, but when it comes to when it really you have to bite down. If somebody's in trouble, Tank is. I'm built for this. I already been here already. You know what I'm saying? Where Ryan's gonna have to try and figure it out. You know, but yeah, man, I'm thinking Tank is. I don't see that fight going a distance either way. Whoever wins that fight, I don't
It's
see
by
it
knockout?
going. I'm saying
Yeah, it's by-
it's
it's
by
gonna be
knockout. I don't see that fight going a distance.
I just hope Tank don't give up too many early rounds, cause
You know he is.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that Ryan's gonna win the first 3 rounds. If I had to bet, Ryan's probably gonna win the first 3, and then when Tank figures
Starts
out,
walking him down.
I figured you out. I got the timing down. I got the distance down. I feel like I could take your power, and he starts walking forward.
it's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But tonight,
Ooh, Shakur Stevenson tonight.
Shakur
Oh my God, I forgot.
and Yoshino.
That's
I
easy
think
word.
I was talking to him about it, and I don't. Did you say that? No, you said that Tank would beat Shakur. I don't think anybody beat Shakur, bro. At 30. If we had 35, even Devin, and I'm a big Tank fan. I'm a Tank fan. I don't see nobody beating Shakur. No one.
No, man. Tank
Yo,
cracking, bro. He hits.
I'm gonna just say this.
Even Keyshawn, I like Keyshawn Davis is dope, bro.
I'ma
I
say
like
this.
Frank Martin, but yo, Shakur is special, man.
I'm gonna say this. Shakur, he different.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see. Like I said, I don't see a lot of people beating him either. Like, but we have to see those fights when they happen. But I'll always kind of lean towards him.
Yeah.
Because he's a boxer. Like he sticks
He's
to
mad pure, yeah.
yeah, he stick to the game plan. He hit and don't get hit. We ain't never see him. Yo, when was the last round you saw him lose?
Didn't I?
Like we don't really even see him lose rounds. Like so. Safe money is always Shakur, no matter who he's up against. Like, you know, so he doing his thing.
How you feel about Jared Anderson?
The heavyweight?
Yeah.
He alright. Like I feel like he alright.
I think he next.
He a dog. He doing his thing. I don't know. I feel like the guys be kind of scared. Like
Yeah, against him, right? They hold back a little bit.
Like that Tyson
I want to
fight.
see somebody
That presses him.
that want to fight too, like him. Like
I feel like Jerry Forrest wanted to fight too, because he was hitting him with some clean. He hit him with a
he
lot
caught
of
him.
clean shots.
Yeah, he did catch him clean, but it wasn't like a fight like I'm gonna beat you fight. It was like a I'm fighting you off of me type of fight. Like I'm just fighting to get you off me. It's a
Yes,
difference.
yeah.
Like it's not like a I'm gonna fuck you up. Like like you know like before that bell ring in my mind I be in my head like I'm about to fuck you up. Like watch, you'll see. It be some guys who's probably thinking like oh shit like alright I'm gonna just give it off my guy and if it don't work then I'm like that's it. Like I think that's what that guy mindset was. He was just trying to fight him off. I want to see him fight like somebody that's coming in here to fight too. But like when you like just view him from afar, yeah, he's sharp. He's good.
Yeah.
Good.
Stamina.
It just sounded crazy just now because we came from talking about Shakur to him, and it's just like I don't know.
It's on the same card.
Yeah, I know, no. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
like skill wise, like to me, it's like it's a
It's
difference.
not even, yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's why I was like, nah, he
Yeah.
alright. I ain't like, you know, but Shakur, like, nah, Shakur isn't for real.
Yeah.
And then the other top
Nah.
fight was Lomo and Haney. That's a
Haney.
fight that I can't really. I don't know. I'm
I
kind
think
of
it's
like.
easy. That's an easy choice to me.
Well, you got Devin.
You think Devin easy, right? But
Devin.
Lomo.
Well, me?
Haney
No,
was-
no, I don't think
I don't think
Devin.
that. Yeah, because I like that. I'm a Devin fan.
Yeah, I'm a
But
Devin fan too.
Lomo,
Yo, look, let me say
dangerous.
this. Like, I want Devin to win. Like, he for the culture. I want him to
Yeah.
win. I don't know him or nothing like that, but I'm rooting for him. Like, you know, I don't really care too much for Loma, but you can't sleep on Loma, bro. Like, he's different too. Like, y'all don't forget how he did Richard Comey recently,
Yeah.
and then the Chinese guy before that.
Nakatani,
And yo, Jamie Ortiz.
he's nice.
He's not only is he a beast, you know him and Loma sparred. They was in camp together. So when you know a fighter, and on top of that, no shade to Devin. I feel like he hasn't fought nobody that was as good as Jamie Ortiz.
Facts.
Who did Devin fought better than Jamie Ortiz that fought Loma?
Nobody. Now you can't even
Yeah,
say.
you can't say Gamboa.
So look, so
Leonardo.
check this out. So Devin ain't fighting nobody as good as Jamie Ortiz, right? Loma fought Jamie Ortiz on his comeback fight. Like a comeback, like on his comeback fight, like, you know, so it's like he got so much experience.
He even beat Nicholas Walters too.
Yeah, and what happened to him?
Yo, yeah,
Yeah, but he got so much experience. I'm saying those to say I'm not counting him out. Like, I ain't just gonna walk. Like, you know, like I said, I want Devin to win. I just don't. It's like a 50-50 to me too. Like, I don't like just like Earl and it's 50-50. I don't know. I ain't sleeping on Loma.
Alright, then I'm gonna just sound crazy, man. I think you're gonna tend to him.
Damn,
I think
10-2.
2.
All right, look. Let me say this. Let me say this.
You're just quick.
Yo, nah, Devin Sharp, like yo, if Shakur wasn't boxing, people would be looking at him how they look at Shakur.
Yeah.
Like, he's sharp, but you could tell Shakur you could tell he a little sharper.
Yeah.
But look, all right, check this out. Lomachenko, right? He lost to Teofimo, a guy that could punch, that went to him, and that, you know, and even the first loss back early in his career, it was a guy that could punch, that was rough. Devin kind of like clean, and he don't got that much power, you know. So it's like, what Lomachenko gonna be scared? Like, when did we ever see Lomachenko get outboxed? Like, you saw what he did to like Gary, and it's like, so it's gonna be. I don't know. I think it's gonna be different. I'm not
I
right.
like your mindset with it too, because you've seen it more with the fighter itself, the aspect of being in the ring.
Yeah.
Because Lomo has those wrinkles. I'm telling you, where Devin's gonna have to.
See,
That jab's not gonna keep him there. He gonna be all over the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
And he gonna have to deal with that.
But I think he can do it though. But I'm just saying, like, I ain't just gonna write him off like
Nah,
everybody
yeah.
writing him off, you know?
My counter to he don't really have power like that. When's the last time we seen Devin really get walked down?
He won't allow nobody to walk him down.
Exactly. If he didn't have power, what happens if you know a fighter doesn't have enough power to keep you off him? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk him
I'm gonna
down.
walk him down. So why is nobody walking Devin down?
I would say this. He's good at his distance. He knows how to. He's in great shape. So it's not like he fatigues and no. He looks the same from 1 to 12. Like,
Yeah.
he's like that. He's a special fighter. So I feel like he know how to keep his distance, and he working his jab, even if it's no matter what, bro. When you got 8-ounce gloves on, don't get me wrong,
You're feeling it.
you gonna feel it regardless. But like, it's a difference between when you feel somebody like you could tell when he felt Teofimo, he was like, hold up, let me. I don't think he gonna have that same mindset like hold up. He gonna take risks.
He ran the first 6 rounds against
Yeah,
Tio.
yeah,
He
yeah.
did not want
He
to
wanted
get
him
hit
to die down.
But Devin is taller than Tio, and I
Yeah.
think he has a longer reach. And
I don't
he's
think,
younger.
but Devin's not punching like Tio. Tio was knocking guys out with one shot.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
You
But
know?
when you see like when they had that first face off, it wasn't the official one, but when they had that first face off, and you see how much
Yeah, nah, he's huge.
bigger he is,
Nah, he's
than,
huge.
you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
And then
he's
he's
a
gonna
big
have
kid.
that reach on him too, and he has the discipline. That jab, you know, is gonna be
Wasn't that
disciplined.
Asian boy or the guy? What was his name? That
Nakatani.
Lomo? Yeah, he was way bigger than. Lomo too.
Yeah, but Nakatani ain't Devin.
Nah, he ain't
Yeah.
Devin. He ain't Devin. Nah, like I said, like I would say 55, 45 Devin, but
Okay.
I'm not gonna write Lomachenko off though. But I hope Devin win. I want him to win. Like he for the culture, and it's better for boxing because we would want to. I think I think Devin will fight Shakur. Like I think he'll really
would
fight.
too.
Like I'd rather see Devin and Shakur than Loma and Shakur. Even though those are two great fights, but
Do you
I'd
think Tank will fight him?
I think Tank a dog, he'll fight anybody, but I think like I don't think it's Tank. I think it's like the Leonard Ellerbees and all of them that's like
tryna
they
follow
making
them,
that
they
bag.
want-
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I don't think it's really Tank. Like I
Yeah.
think Tank he'll fight anybody, but
Alright. Well, Ian, give them your social media, let them know where they can find you.
Yeah.
you can follow me on Instagram at About Green with 2 T's, Twitter Ian Green Boxing, and that's it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yo, it's the Valley Savage, my boy Khalif. We got quitting on the ones and twos. We out, y'all. When y'all see us out, don't say what's up, don't say hello, don't ask me how I'm doing. Just say tell the truth. We out.
Yeah. Yo, good shit, bro.